Today I'm going back to one of my all-time favorite series. We are going to be making yet another woman using some incredibly fun pouring techniques. This piece is a huge level up in every single way from basic acrylic pouring you might be used to, but it is so much easier than it looks. Let me show you how it's done. Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Do you remember the series of my women? It was so popular and I was so happy because you really liked them. And you sent me lots of suggestions for some other sisters. So today perhaps I'm going to try and create, I don't know how to name her, sort of a dream, night, moon woman. Let's get right into it. I will be working on this canvas. It's 30 by 42. You probably don't know, but I keep my designs, so whatever I draw. And now I'm looking whether I can actually use the face of one of the previous women. I don't want to repeat the same thing, so I think this woman is going to be slightly turned towards us. So there'll be the second eye here. This is too small, this is too big, because I don't want just the face and nothing else. So, okay, I am doing another one. Yeah, that's better size. Do you know how annoying that would be if I was actually drawing on the canvas? Now you know why I drawn something else and then I transfer the image, because I'm too fussy and I change and I change and I change. So I think we've got the right size now. I was looking and looking and I came across something else. So I've got this and I've got this. So this is the sturdy one and this one is like very papery. Let me transfer her onto this. Don't worry about her facial features at the moment, because I know you are looking at the nose and thinking, what's wrong, it's too short. I did say she's going to be a bit turned, that's why the nose will be up to here. I am going to do this. I was of course using a soft graphite pencil, 4B, so it's going to transfer super quickly, peeling her off. As long as I can see the outline, that's fine. That's how I'm going to cut her out. Now we've got some crazy hair. How am I going to do it now? I need the negative space. When you are cutting out a stencil like this, make sure that you're not cutting off parts, because we will need the image intact. Okay, once I get to the face, I am very hesitant because the slightest change will result in her looking very different. You probably noticed that I am sticking it on the wrong side. All that deliberation and I ended up having her facing right. I know it doesn't matter to you, it does matter to me. I didn't stick her, I just put it down very gently so I can still maneuver. I wanted to align it with the leftover bits here. That will help me position her. Okay, now I can stick it. We've got the main part. Yes, I've got the face. So now I'll figure out where the other bits are coming. And what do I mean by the other bits? The negative space. So basically, I want all of that. You know, there's another way to do it. The way that I actually am not too fond of, but I know lots of people like it this way. So you basically pour all over and then just paint in between on top of it. However, because there are marks later on, I kind of personally not too fond, but it's another option, so just letting you know. I don't actually need that section, but because I'm not painting the background yet, I'm covering it as well. This is just my pouring space now. The white bits are the pouring space, not the shoulder. I've got some leftover bits, so I might stick them anyway on the gaps that I don't want to be touched. As I said before, all I want to swipe is the hair, and I want to be quite specific how I want the strands here. Actually, before the pour, I might paint the whole section white, because I do like when the paint sort of seals the edges. I was going to swipe just from here, but now when I'm thinking, I actually am going to swipe the face white. So you see, I'm changing. So I'm going to take this off. Just the face part. This part is so relaxing, so while I continue working on this, my mind begins to drift and I start thinking about all the fun things I'll be getting up to this summer. I love learning new skills and trying out new things, and that's where this video's sponsor Skillshare comes in. School is over and I find myself with more time to explore hobbies and passions. Skillshare is a community for creatives like us with thousands of classes from design and animation to film and illustration. There is something for everyone. I am planning on making the most of my summer by really getting myself organized. To help with this, I've been taking Ali Abdal's Notion Masterclass. Notion is actually a program that we have used since the start of the AB Creative channel to manage everything. But the fact is that I've never explored how much more can be done with it. Ali runs his £5 million business all using Notion, and it has been eye-opening to see how much daily life can be streamlined with this tool. The classes are packed with information and you can watch them anywhere you like. I've learned about the power of databases and what roll-ups are. I am not a tech whiz, but this has really helped me get my life organized. I work as a teacher while running this channel. I need things to run as smoothly as possible, and Ali has helped me find a way to do that. Skillshare helps turn I want to's into I made it happen. So make it happen. The first 500 people that click the link in the description will get 1 month free access to Skillshare. Join today to keep learning and discovering something new. While she was getting her hair dry, I was mixing some colors. My favorite blues. Yes. Can't wait to use just blues. This is my own mix. This is sky blue with Wedgwood and white. So here we've got sky blue, white and ultramarine, and that gave us this interesting color. And this one is mainly Prussian blue with a little bit of white and some leftover blue that I had. And here we've got silver. I'm checking the consistencies. That's how your paint should run off the stick, like uninterrupted. 1 part of paint, 2 parts of Floetrol and 2 parts of my pouring medium, and for that I use 50% of glue and 50% of water, and this is the glue I use. I already have a mix, glue with water in here, and now if I think that this is still too thick, I might just spray pure water. Oh, I forgot the most important, of course, titanium white, and titanium white will be the paint that I'm going to swipe with. I'm going to take some of my white and I am going to put it in a separate container because I want to add some silicone to it. So this is the swiping mix. I was considering swiping with silver as well, but in the end I thought white or black. They are my 2 favorite colors to swipe. I'm going to stay with those. However, I'm going to put a little bit of white on the face without any silicone because I don't want any selling on the face at all, because I've got plans for the face for later. That's why I was first thinking of covering it completely, but in the end I think I'm going to do a little swipe just with pure white. Now, this product is pretty confusing to many of my lovely viewers because when I say coconut hair serum, then I receive lots of questions whether they can use coconut oil. This is not cooking oil. This is not coconut oil for cooking. It does smell lovely. There's some coconut smell, but this is a hair product with dimethicone. This is an equivalent for silicone. I am going to put a few drops here. Don't know, maybe 3. If you want small cells, you mix it really well. Let's first put the white on her face. Let me prepare my swiping tools. Depending on my strands, I'm going to make thicker and thinner strips. I can use just one and swipe everything in one go, but personally I like having multiple little strips. Now I am going to put my white on the face. By doing this, we'll get a really nice surface on the face, providing there are no blobs. I'm checking now. I do strain my Floetrol, but some bits seem to be like inevitable. Let's do the colors. Can be more generous. I don't want the colors to mix. Of course, this is my darkest blue. I was considering adding a bit of black, but probably not. Just checking if I cover all the sections here. I mean, they don't have to be covered perfectly well, because once I swipe, the paint will move, and of course there's more paint than I need. At the moment I also have silver. I'll try not to cover the face, otherwise I'll have to paint over again. As I said, I do want more of this darker color, and especially towards the edges. Okay, now I am applying my swipe color. Just like this. Just wondering if that's enough. Probably. Okay, and let me start with this part that bothers me. I am going to moisten my paper towel. Now I can continue with the other bits. Swipe some more if I think that's too white. Let me swipe towards. Now I should be swiping towards those edges. Those cells are stunning, aren't they? Kind of trying to imitate the hair strands while I do it. You probably noticed that. Alright, and I definitely need now more blue coming down here. I can also do something else. I can swipe by dipping my tissue in white directly. That's another option. I can make some very thin strips. Swipe just that section. A truly historical moment. Do you know that I've never waited till it's dry to peel it off? I was always so impatient, but I was going to a wedding yesterday, so accidentally it got dry. So now time to peel it off. I almost don't know what to expect because it was usually all wet. Oh, wow. So satisfying. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. All the imperfections, doesn't matter, the background is going to be painted. Okay, how is that? Trying to see whether, where's the other? I like peeling it off in sections just in case I rip something. Okay, I can see this part was bleeding a bit. Ah, okay, I get it. Trying to be careful here. Honestly, this is so satisfying. I know I could have left the profile as it was, however, I really wanted a face, so I drew it here, and I am going to match it to my paw now. I do want her to be looking up. I'm just matching the lips to what I have underneath. Not sure about the shoulder at the moment. Might change this as well. Okay, colors for the face. You wonder why I made those like patches here, because I want to use just a couple of shadows, minimal palette, and blues as well. See, there's something wrong with her forehead, so I'm removing that. Not really removing, smoothing it out so I can paint over. So if that's the eye, it should be more like this. Let's mix the paint. I'm going to make some mid blue. This is Wedgwood, this is Prussian blue. Now a really small brush, and I'm going to cover those sections. Oops. Well, I call them the shadows. If you're wondering about the particular face, I look online on various women portraits. There were lots of AI, and I believe this could be the woman that inspired me, could be one as well. Because I haven't seen any artist, unfortunately, in these days. Is majority of work is, well, computer generated, and if not, then people are using them without putting any name of the artist, so which is really sad. But so basically, that's what I'll be doing, creating some shadows. I think I solved my problem by extending this shadow on the other side here into the hairline. So now I want something very, very dark, don't I? It will look nice if I outline this strand in white. So careful, I don't want her nose to be horrible. Make more sense if I was using Posca pens for this, because this is stressful. I'm going to use a very thin brush. This way I can get into all the little tiniest bits. Yeah, and be careful with this part if you are making a portrait of a particular person, because otherwise it doesn't matter too much, you know. Okay, for the eye, I am going to go back to this brush. I don't know what about the color of her eye. It will take probably a long time for me to be happy with the eye. Rest of the neck. And then this is going to be white like her face. Not forgetting the eyebrows, of course not. The sparkles here because she's looking up, and this is the place for the moon. Finally, the eyebrow. Couple of rogue strands. You know, I want the hair to be flowing in this direction. Well, I considered black background, blue background, navy background, white background. And at the moment, I've decided to go full on with silver. By the way, if you don't want to use a brush, you can always cover her up and do some spray painting. After using some brush, I've decided to make it quicker, and we've got all the silver that was spray paint. I checked for the right size for the moon. I've been checking various plates, and in the end I found this, and this seems to be just the right size for me. I'm going to cut out a circle. I've been cutting out a lot this time, but it does make sense and it saves time. Final decision regarding positioning. I think I'm happy with this. Look how well that fits. Okay, now because I am putting it already on a covered background, that will save me lots of mess. Now it's going to be silver overload today, but I'm happy. I love silver. Let's make it even easier. Instead of using a brush, I might use one of the sponges. Like this. Pour some of my gilding paste, and then I'm going to use silver leaf. I'm really curious how the silver leaf will look against silver background. I've never done this. This is the first time. That's quite a lot. So look at this, and I don't have to worry about the edges. I can go over the hairline. Yay! So I am leaving it for 20 minutes. I'm trying to think when I used the silver leaf last time. Oh yes, there's a link to this video here. Kind of wondering what's the best Once it's down, it's down. Now, instead of brushing it off, I'll have to peel this section off now. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Sorry, I'm so happy. I am so happy with her. Well, there we are. I hope you enjoyed this Midnight or Lunar woman. If you have any ideas for a name for her, please let me know in the comments. And a quick reminder that you can get a free month of Skillshare this summer by clicking the link in the description below. If you would like to own this piece, it's going to be on my website, abcreativeofficial.com. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you all next Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.